Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crazybear's Den. This is Crazybear, and I'm continuing in my play of Lord of the Rings living card game. And we finished up last time. I have one correction that I need to make as far as I'm aware, and that is I've been playing too much Pathfinder. Instead of drawing one card at the end of the turn, I drew back up to my full hand size, and that's not correct. So these are the three cards that I'm left with there, and these other three that I drew in order, I'm just going to put them back in the same order on top of the deck. I would rather shuffle to maybe get a better card, but I'm going to try to keep it as honest as possible here. And then these are the three cards I'm left with in my other deck, and these three in order are going right back on top of my deck. I'm sorry, these are the three in my hand. Okay. So now at the start of the turn, we're going to move the turn counter, and everybody gets a resource. Oops. There we go. And I believe that I moved my threat counters last time. Hold on, let me check that. Alright, and nope, I didn't move it, so I need to go ahead and increase my threat by 1. And this is getting into insane levels here. 41 on turn 4. That's not good. I mean, when you hit 50, the game's over. So alright, let's go ahead and continue. So I drew up my card. So now I've got to decide what I need to do. I know that we've got this threat here. But right now I've got to figure out, okay, who do I need to bring out? And what do I need to do? So right now, with my Spirit Lore deck, I really want to play this card, but it costs 3 and I only have 2, so I'm going to hold off on here. With that spider in play for the other deck, what I really need is another ranged ability, and I do have an archer. So this would be the optimum one to play, and fortunately it looks like I do have enough of the resources to play it, so I'm going to pull this ally out into play. So we're going to take that, and we're going to pull 3. Going to put him out into play over here, and that's going to allow us to attack the spider even though he's attacking me. Okay, so now I've got to commit to quests, and again I'm going to be using my Spirit and Lore deck to handle the quest portion of this. And so we're going to send him in the northern tracker, and once he commits, I put 1 progress token on each location in the staging area. That means this location, I already had 1 on there, only needs 2, so this one is taken care of, and that leaves Gandalf's map available for picking up, so I'm going to put it over here. Then this location requires 3, so I'm going to put 1 more on there. So right now in the staging area, I only have 3. Well, I just committed 1 resource. I'm going to go ahead and commit my other 2. So that's 4, 5, 6. So I've only got 2 in there. I've got 6. And at this point, I am going to go ahead and commit the Dunedain and pay his resource to ready him. So that gives us 8. So now we need to draw our 2 encounter cards or quest cards. So the first one is Necromancer's Den. So it adds 3. So that's 5. And our next one is Dungeon Jailer. Oops, sorry, had a little bit of glare there. So he only adds 1, thankfully, but he is going to give us another person to worry about. if I had quested unsuccessfully, he would be doing bad things right now. But fortunately, I have 8. There's only 6 here, so I get to put 2 more progress tokens on the Necromancer's Tower. So that's good. Alright, so now we need to look at the travel phase. Do I want to travel? Well, I could travel to the Forest Mountain. So let's look at it for a second here. So if I do, I have to reveal the top encounter and add it to the staging area to travel there. And then after it leaves play as an explored location, so I don't really have to have it as the traveled area. As long as I explore it, which I'm doing, I've got 2 on there, I'll have 3, then I still get the benefit of this. So, you know, I'm just going to leave it here. The other one is the Necromancer's Den. This one requires 2, but I've got to discard 2 cards at random. So again, I think I'm going to leave it to my Northern Tracker to kind of take care of these guys. That's fine, because right now I'm trying to get to a spot where I get 9 exploration tokens here, and then grab one of these before I explore. And because after that we're gonna have to start dealing with the Nazgul, and that's not good. Alright, so I've explored, that's great, nothing bad happened during that. So now we've got the encounter phase, and so as the first player, 41, this guy only has 38, so he is coming for this player. Now he has 5 health, 2 attack, and 3 defense. He is not a great person. What I need to do is I'm gonna have to block him, and I really need to take out this spider because these guys have nobody to block, so I'm gonna have to block this spider as well. So I need at least 4 attack to take out this spider. Legolas does 3, and then my Rohan horseback archer does 2. So those 2 can take out the spider, but I'm gonna need some people to block this jailer as well. So the first thing is Aragorn is gonna block. Is he gonna block the spider? No, he's gonna block the jailer, and Gimli is gonna... No, Gimli can't block the spider. Now, that's why he hasn't been doing it so far. Okay, Aragorn's gonna block the spider. Gimli's gonna block the jailer. Okay, so we have to deal our shadow cards based on the highest threat of the creature, and now we're gonna see. So remember, Gimli is blocking the jailer. Okay, we do have a shadow effect here. Resolve the when revealed effect from oh crap, Iron Shackles. Okay, not a great card. So let's look at this one. So when revealed, attach Iron Shackles to the top of the player's deck. The next time a player would draw 1 or more cards from the deck, discard Iron Shackles instead. Alright. So this goes on the first player's deck, so when I go to draw a card at the end of the turn, I'm going to discard that instead, and basically not get to draw. That's okay. So he deals 2 damage. Gimli has 2 armor, so no damage is done to Gimli. Alright, let's look at the spider. He does not have a shadow effect, and I am glad that this got played here instead. So that's just going to go here. So the spider deals 3 damage, Aragorn blocks 2, so he takes 1 wound. And now it's our turn to attack back. So what we're going to do is, yeah, there's no use in trying to, we need to get rid of one or the other. And at this point, we're going to send Legolas and the archer to attack the spider. And that's going to take him out. It wouldn't do any good for the axe hand to attack the jailer because he has 3 armor and he only does 2. So these two are attacking the spider. So we've got 2 range damage, 3 range damage. This guy, so that's 5 altogether. This guy absorbs 1 armor due to his armor and then takes an additional 4 damage, and that is enough to kill him. So he goes to the discard pile and I don't have to worry about him anymore. Now when Legolas participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, place 2 progress tokens on the current quest. So I'm doing that. Boom. Okay, good. So we're just a couple away from finishing that quest. Alright, and that is the end of the turn. So I'm going to ready everyone. Or refresh, I'm sorry. Then I'm going to draw a card. And instead for them, I'm discarding the Iron Shackles. And then for my spirit deck, I'm drawing a card. We've already seen it. We know what it is. So it's a title. And then we're moving the first player icon over here. Okay. And finally, our last task is we increase our threat. 42. Okay. So now we're going to, beginning the turn, move our turn counter over here, and then we're going to put our resources. Okay. Alright. And now we're all ready to go. So now I've got to figure out what to do in my planning phase here. And what I really... I don't need any more people attacking me here, so I am going to cast the spell, the Guardian's Greeting, or I'm sorry, Gallon, however you say that word. Anyway. We're going to cast this, and it's going to reduce our threat by 6. Okay? So we're going to cast that. We're going to use 3. So we're going to reduce our threat from 37 all the way down to 31. This will help for now. You may ask, why didn't I reduce theirs by 42? Well, we don't want anybody attacking when we're using our spirit deck to really handle the questing portion of this. So we've got to keep them low so that if I pull out a big bad, he goes and attacks our Aragorn and the others instead of Eowyn. Alright, so now we also got to decide what are we going to do here. Well, we've only got our 2 cards, so we've got our warrior and we've got our citadel plate. Now we don't have enough to cast the citadel plate yet, but we do have enough to bring, no we don't, because this is Aragorn's. I'm sorry. I realize this is leadership instead of tactics, so we can't cast anything over here either. Okay, so now we're gonna do our questing. And we are of course going to repeat again. And I am not going to commit Aragorn this turn. I'm going to take a chance. And so when we commit our Northern Tracker, he's going to put 1 here, and because we already had 2 here, this one only required 3. So we are going to finish this, and when we do, we get to search the top 5 cards of our deck for one card and add it to our hand, then shuffle it back. So we're going to look and find the best card out of the top 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's look here. A Light in the Dark. Strength of Will, that's a good card. Gandalf, another great card. Forest Snare. Well, we can't cast that, so we know it's not going to be that one. And another Northern Tracker. You know, at this point, we're going to pull the Gandalf. I can't cast him yet. It's going to be tough. But now we're going to do that, and we're going to shuffle this deck. Oh. Put that in the middle there. It's not really a whole lot. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to do it the same for our other deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got Faramir, sorry. Dwarven Axe Hand. Faint. That's a good one. Oh, Gandalf. And Citadel Plate. Again, I'm going to choose Gandalf because with that Nazgul on the horizon, I am really going to have to take that Nazgul out, and using Gandalf will help that immensely, because that Nazgul is going to be attacking, because it's only got, there we go, we shuffle that, alright, because it only needs 40 threat, and we already have 42, so we know it's going to be attacking unless I do something. Alright, so that is that. We put the 1 here, so now let's draw our additional 2 cards. Oh, I hate this card. Okay, so yeah. Oh, this is bad news. It basically takes out a hero. Oh, I've got to deal with it. Alright. We'll look at that in a minute. I think you guys were right. I think I should have cast it on the other. Reduced my other player's threat there. Okay, and then Mountains of Mirkwood. Alright. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 4, 5, 6. So we don't make any progress. But we don't slide any on our threat counter either. Oh, guys. This is not good. Okay, so now it's time for our travel phase. Do I want to travel to either one of these? No, I really don't. I really don't want to travel. They just add too much trouble at this point. So now it's time for our encounter. First player, I only have 31. The Hummerhorns have 40, so it doesn't come here. So the next player has 42. Yeah, guess what? The Hummerhorns are coming. And look at that forced. It says after Hummerhorns engages you, deal 5 damage to a single hero you control. So basically it's killing one of my heroes. Because all, you know, Gimli and Aragorn have 5 health. Legolas has 4, so dealing 5 damage to any of them is going to kill them. Not to mention, so at this point I've got to figure out, okay, what is my best action? Well, I know I have a lot of tactics in this deck, and I don't have a lot of leadership. So to me, it would make most sense to go with Aragorn. Add to the fact that he has 2 damage on him already, and the other 2 are damage free. It probably makes more sense for Aragorn. However, he has Sentinel. He's the only one protecting this player over here. But I lowered their threat. Yeah, this isn't an easy decision, but I'm going to choose Aragorn. I'm sorry. Well, that really stinks. And Aragorn is fallen. Legolas and Gimli both shed a tear, but they continue on. Alright, so now I have to deal with these 2 creatures. Fortunately, I can kill one of them and just damage the other. Okay. So I am going to have Gimli. He's going to block the Jailer, and my Veteran Axe Hand is going to block the Hummerhorns. I'm going to draw 1 shadow card here and 1 shadow card here. So the Hummerhorns is going after the Axe Hand. Let's see. Okay, just a location. No shadow effect. So that's good. So the Hummerhorns deal 2 damage. He blocks 1, and so he takes 1 wound. Still alive. Alright. The Jailer, also only a location, doesn't have a shadow effect. That's good. So it deals 2 damage. Gimli absorbs 2, takes no wounds. Alright, now we're going to attack back. Legolas is going to hit the Hummerhorns, and that's really it, because my horseback archer does not have enough to even get past the armor on the Jailer. Man, that Jailer is really causing me some trouble at this point. So the Hummerhorns die, and because Legolas was successful there, he puts 2 tokens here. And that is the end of the turn. And guys, I've went a little long here, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh. I'm going to draw 1 card each. So for my Spirit deck, Strength of Will. And for my Leadership deck, draw a card I can no longer play. Alright, and then finally I'm going to increase my threat by 1 and increase my threat here, and then next time I will move this and distribute everything else. Alright guys, if you have, this is Crazybear. Once again, thanks for joining me and playing through Lord of the Rings living card game. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm going to wait to play the next part until I post this and let it post for a day or 2 and see if you guys have any suggestions for me. I don't think I can win this game at this point, but I'm going to persevere and see what I can pull off. Losing Aragorn was rough, and I don't think I can recover from that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. See ya.